At a crowded rally in Charleston earlier today, former South Carolina Governor, UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, she officially launched her 2024 presidential campaign. She was speaking to a crowd of supporters. She hit back against claims that America is a racist country, highlighting her immigrant background. Take a look.
The American people know better. My immigrant parents know better. And take it from me, the first minority female governor in history, America is not a racist country.
When asked about her announcement, the only other announced candidate for presidency in 2024 for the Republicans, President Trump said, quote, the more the merrier. But of course, the left wasted no time attacking her. The Daily Beast columnist, one of them, went as far as to call her, quote, another token. Whoopi Goldberg yesterday launching an attack on The View. This is what she said.
You're just finding out that there are things about our country that are not perfect. And for us to pretend that it is and that nothing happened is ridiculous. So you're not saying anything new. And you, of all people, should know better, because you used to actually have some sanity and knew right from wrong. Yes, and then you lost your mind and went in some new direction.
All right, Nikki Haley now joins us with the latest on her newly launched campaign for president. Well, I guess you lost the ladies of The View. They won't be voting for you in the upcoming primary. Let's talk about, right now, there's only one other announced candidate. A lot of names being floated out there. You got into this campaign. You know, if you had to delineate where, say, you and President Trump differ on issues, where would you start?
Well, first, let's say in reference to Whoopi, you know, the thought of me getting into the race makes the liberals' heads explode. And so I welcome it because it shows we're doing something right. You know, when it comes to what we're looking at now, listen to the first 20 minutes of your show. Look at everything that's wrong in this country and tell me we don't need new leadership. But the difference is we need new generational leadership. We have to leave the status quo. We have to leave this chaos behind, and we've got to start talking about the future. You need a Washington outsider that's going to come in and say, yes, I understand that families are having to pay more to make their grocery bill. I understand that they are worried about their children who may never get back from what they lost during COVID. I understand the fact that when someone's factory leaves town, he's worried that his future went with it. I understand that you should not have Americans looking up at the sky and seeing a Chinese spy balloon looking back at them. This is insanity. And what we need are a lot of changes. First of all, we've got too many politicians in D.C. that are past their prime. We have to have term limits in Congress. We need to see competency tests for any elected official over the age of 75. We've got to stop the spending addiction that is happening, that is causing inflation to go up. And we need to start realizing that we don't need our politicians getting on TV and talking. We need the people in D.C. doing, and we need to spark a fire up under them. And that's what I'm willing to do. And if you are tired of losing, because we've lost the last 7 out of 8 popular votes for president, we're doing something wrong. If you're tired of losing, then join me and go to NikkiHaley.com, because we are going to go and fight for a strong and proud America again.
Are you saying that the reason Republicans lost the popular vote, I mean, we have an electoral college vote system for the very reason that big cities like New York and big cities in New Jersey and Chicago and Los Angeles and San Francisco won't be deciding presidential elections? Are you saying that if you are the nominee, you believe you can win the popular vote outright?
I know I can. I know that you will see that we will get people that will come into our fold. Our goal is not, we are not about compromises. We are not about changing who we are. We're about fighting boldly for what we believe, but convincing our opponents to be with us. And that's the part that's going to change. We need to expand our tent. We have to bring Hispanics in. We have to bring the Jewish community in. We need to bring the Asian community in. We need to bring African Americans in, because our policies are right. Our policies are good. We focus on lifting up everybody, not just a select few. But we have to start talking in a way that brings people in, and that's what we can do. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that D.C. is broken. It's been broken for a long time. We have to have the courage to walk away from the status quo, walk away from all the past problems, and say we are not going to leave this country to our children. We're going to make sure that we leave our country better for our children because they deserve it. And you could see thousands of people in South Carolina and around the country agreed with us today.
Let me go back to my original question, though, because anybody that is looking or seeking a nomination, you're going to be comparing and contrasting your policy positions, your views, what direction you want to take the country with your competitors. Right now, there's former President Trump is the only other candidate for the nomination. We expect many others, maybe even Mike Pompeo, who was on earlier in the program today. Where do you see, if you see, policy differences beyond what you mentioned, which are generational differences? What specific policy areas would you say part with Donald Trump?
What I am saying is I don't kick sideways. I'm kicking forward. Joe Biden is the president. He's the one I'm running against. And what I'm saying is you don't have to be 80 years old to be president. We don't need to have these same people going back again. We need something new. We need a new generation of fighters. We need people that understand where the American, your average American, is coming from. And we shouldn't be afraid to fight for that. And that's what I'm willing to do. I'm not going to kick sideways. I don't have time for that. That's not my focus. I'm kicking forward. It's all about Joe Biden, and it's all about the people in America winning again. And that's why we want everybody to go to NikkiHaley.com, because we're in this to win it.
All right, Governor, we're going to be following. Obviously, this race has now begun. We'll follow it every step of the way. We hope you'll come back. Thanks for being with us tonight. Congratulations. Thank you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.